You've been going collectively as a unit, as a band under this moniker for, I've been told, 23 years now?
Yes.
What inspired you to start this band? Or a band, or any band?
No, the inspire was to play. Only that. To play music. And to start a band, that became natural because you meet guys, you play together, and so we form a group.
So, geographically, your hometown is kind of, is it isolated or is it well connected with the rest of the country?
It's well connected.
Yeah. So you've got opportunities to travel within the country for like gigs and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
But Paul was just saying that it's quite a small community where you live.
It is.
So obviously finding like-minded guys who listen to similar music.
Yeah.
Was that a challenge when you were starting out?
No, because Karlskoga is a town, or were before, with many musicians in it. We had like the schools, music schools, and we have places. Vad heter det? Cirklar. It's like
courses.
Yeah.
So music is a kind of the strong thing. Was it easy to find people
to play with, or
yeah,
it was very easy actually.
What influences do you guys have as musicians musically, bands wise or composers?
The influences for me is the bands I started listening to many years ago. That's Judas Priest, Iron Maiden, Metallica. Yeah, the big ones.
I think that's the same for a lot of particularly young kids when they start out. That's what you hear.
Yeah.
So what is it now after 23 years that keeps that fire burning for you to keep recording, keep writing, and keep performing as a band?
Love of music.
Yeah,
I think it's fun to play music and write, do your own music, try it in front of people. That's I think it's not.
Perform your own stuff.
Yeah,
your own music.
That pleasure you get out of creating something.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So, as Swedes, how do you view this whole Viking thing that everybody seems to be embracing these days? Everybody's walking around with helmets and shields, not just today, but in the wider scheme of.
Yeah, I think it's fun. It's very fun actually. It's great. Yeah.
So you've just last year released another record.
Mm-hmm.
How's that been received?
It has been. We had very good reviews of it.
Yeah,
the ones I have seen anyway. I haven't seen a bad review of the album actually.
So obviously, looking through the history, there's a good break usually between records. Is that how you stagger things with touring and then obviously writing?
No, just lazy actually.
Is it more of an organic thing that just comes out?
We could work much faster than we do, I think, with the recordings. But sometimes things comes in between, like you said, touring and stuff. And so we have to rehearse for tours and gigs and stuff. So it doesn't leave much time to do anything else actually.
Going back to the Swedish thing again, how does it work being a touring band who comes from Sweden with regards to getting around foreign lands, continent tours and stuff like that? Is it lots of time in a van, or do you manage to get on planes and?
Yeah. Do you want me to interject there?
If you may.
So I met these guys 5 years ago at a festival in the UK. I was a stage manager. They were Steve and Paul had already met them at this their first tour. First they've ever come to the UK since they started 5 years ago. And Paul and Steve already met them at a previous show on that same tour. And I spoke to the guys, having a beer after the show, and they told me that some of the issues they'd had in terms of getting over here and whatever. And I kind of thought of it afterwards, and obviously I've been around in rock and roll for a while as well. I thought, I like the guys very much, I've got an immediate connection with them, and got in contact with them and said, right, okay, I recognise your issues, I can help, I can take a lot of that pain and the problems away from you. So I offered to help them out with the next tour that are coming over here. And here I am 5 years later, still, and we all are, still working with them 5 years later, because it's been a riot, it's been great fun, and we've really enjoyed working with them. And it's just a lot simpler having someone on the ground somewhere else. And we've also obviously been over to mainland Europe as well with them and what have you, and just having someone just take a lot of the technical side of things out of things and making sure that everything works and clicks. And that's what we do. So that's kind of how it's evolved. It's just purely by luck that their first tour they met people that were like-minded and who had the knowledge to resolve and sort everything out for them, which we've done.
That must be for any band who wants to get out and about. Logistics and the whole rest of it must be a nightmare.
It can be. I mean, it's just simple things like making sure that accommodation is booked and everything has to fit to a budget at the end of the day, because these guys are all, they've all got full-time jobs, they've all got families, all the rest of it. Rock and roll is their hobby, as somebody once said. Some guys go out and play golf, I play guitar. It's that kind of analogy. And it is better to have a team around you of people. They've obviously got a manager, Daniel Carter from Fat Angel Management as well, who helps enormously because there's a huge amount of knowledge. We work as a team, and it's very effective. I think we pull it together, and I think it's important, particularly if you're coming from abroad and you want to play. Some bands can manage it on their own, but it's difficult, I think.
Particularly for a band who probably have calls from Britain, Germany, France, and further abroad, to pull that together as a DIY, within doing your band and your job and your family, to then have to plan all that. If you give that to somebody else to help out with that and stuff like that. But I don't do it in isolation. We talk constantly about it all and what have you, and obviously it has to fit around availability. Because they aren't always available. There's certain times of the year they don't tour for various reasons and what have you. So, rock and roll is a hard game these days, and having people that you can rely on, and it is having to be able to rely on them as well, to support you and make sure that to smooth the rails out, make sure everything just moves forward in the right way, and that's how it works really. This band particularly. Touring outside of Sweden, it's important for them.
Within the halls of Odin, let me rest. My axe is shining, covered in the blood of my enemies dying, sliced to flesh and bone.
Do you find that you're probably bigger out of Sweden than you are in Sweden? Is that?
Yes.
Yeah. Is heavy metal a big thing in Sweden, or is it still a case of we know the old bands but we don't really bother with the newer stuff?
No, it's a big thing in Sweden, heavy metal. It's
like the main,
Is it fair to say, I was going to interject again because I think it's very, over there it's a lot more competitive than it is here. Metal bands in the UK, very supportive of each other on the whole, very helpful towards each other, and they'll kind of chip in, and they found these guys, all the support bands have been over the years, it's always been, right lads, we're all in this together, let's get on with it, let's make it work. It isn't quite the same when you go abroad, on mainland Europe, particularly in Scandinavia, it's a little bit more, it's a lot more competitive. There's so each to your own kind of thing.
Is there any reason behind that? Or is it just...
I don't know why. my days.
There's no money in it. So.
No.
It can't be that.
So I was quite surprised the first time we went over here in 2013, and bands were really helpful to us and to each other. You know, if we had something that was missing, you know, they came rushing with it immediately. You can use mine, you know, no problem at all. So that made me a bit surprised actually.
Excellent.
Yeah, positively.
You know, guys, it's a metal family here, isn't it? It is. It always has been.
Very, very much so. Yeah. Obviously, you'd all got families and daytime jobs and things like that. Is it a struggle when you go into work and say, I've got to go on tour for a week or two? Are they quite understanding that you're in a rock band, or is it problematic at times?
No, I think they are quite understanding, but we only need to take time off like Thursday, Friday, and maybe Monday. So it's 3 days a day.
You get 5 days off for sure.
Yeah, we go and do
4 gigs in a row, usually. Yeah.
Obviously, you've been doing this for 23, 25 years now. How have you noticed that things have changed within the industry?
A lot less money now. A lot less. And now people are actually paying to play, which was unthinkable 20 years ago. Pay to play, you know.
And now to get on a big bill,
Yeah.
you've got to. Do you think that is kind of having an effect on bands wanting to progress to the next level from being a band in a town to doing bigger things?
It could be
Probably.
on the young people, the 16, 15-year-olds, when they start and they have trouble. You know, we have an ordinary job, so we can scrape the money to buy gear and stuff. And then you have to do that and don't get anything back. Then it would be impossible
I think even for people with full-time jobs as well, or
Yeah,
obviously trying to get
because
enough money.
there's so much stuff, backtracking machines, and
I mean, there's this kind of. I suppose for so many years ago, this kind of thing wasn't.
no, not
always
for
available.
a band in our position. And now you can have the choirs on the songs and keyboards. You can have it on the little thing there and bring it with you out, so it sounds like when you recorded the record. It sounds much larger.
So that's technology being.
Been a friend, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The recording and everything has changed dramatically. We can do most of the things back home now.
And then just email each other. And
Yeah.
Yeah, and then take a good, who knows how to mix it, send all the files.
I suppose in some ways you don't have the whole cost of going to a recording studio and
Yeah,
Only for the drums,
Yeah.
actually. Yeah.
that's quite hard.
certain things you need to do.
Yeah.
So speaking of technology, have you guys embraced the whole internet machine?
Yeah. We try to, yes.
Have you found that it's been something that you've kind of had to do rather than wanted to do?
But if you want to spread your music when you are a band in our position, you know, before you made a tape, put it out on gas stations and places around your hometown, and you never knew if people just used them to scrape the windows or something. But now you put it on the internet and you get people from States, Australia and everywhere writing, telling what they think about the stuff, and then you get feedback. That's quite good, I think. You couldn't have done that back in the day.
No.
Because
And even if you did put a return address on it, it might take a month to come back.
Yeah.
came back pigeon. How old I must look now.
Handwriting letters,
Yes.
came back. Oh, no, you suck. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. That's how I got to meet Lars. Through, yeah.
Yeah.
you mentioned earlier you've released a record next year. What is in store for the band next year?
Hopefully releasing a new record. They're just waiting for me, I think. They have the drums all finished and guitar lines, bass. I don't know how many, 8?
Oh no, it's I think it's 5 songs.
Oh,
with
5, so
vocals.
then they have to go scrape some more.
Yeah.
Does this kind of situation that you find yourself in today, does it help to keep playing your guitar, to jotting riffs down or whatever? Or do you find that you're more focused on the performances coming? Does touring allow you to write?
Well, you get influenced when you're out. You get ideas from everything, and you widen your views, your mind when you're out meeting other people.
So yeah, Paul just highlighted the Black Country
Oh, yeah.
song.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I don't know. It was when I did the lyrics for that one, but I don't know so much about the Black Country. I learned more and more, but then we went to a museum. They tried to show us things that you normally don't see when you're out just playing and riding, like you said. And we went down. They did they had a coal mine because they brought the coal to the Industrial Revolution and feeding that. So it kind of feeds off that one. Sits down in the hole there and guard the door. There were kids with a little candle in the wet, opening and letting people in and out. And how you would have felt. Sometimes there were bodies coming out instead of going. So I just imagined stuff and made it up, and then it was brilliant to play that in the Black Country.
was the reception.
Yeah, but I never told anyone about it until the last tour. I did a little, just said, this is what it's about. Because we were kind of afraid also. Oh, what a corny thing.
Do you keep your writing based on kind of factual things, or is it a lot of fantasy and make believe?
Both, I think. I take from everything. You can read a book and feed off that, and watch a movie or watch the news, and you get upset about something, you can bring it out. You can take things from the influence from anything you react to. Then, of course, you write. Sometimes no one else would notice that it's that particular event or something that sparked. But that's okay, because everyone should read into it what they think. And that's fun sometimes. I got a reaction from a guy in America about the song his dad fought in the First World War for his granddaughter. They had the Battle of the Bulge, and he asked me if I wrote one particular song about the Battle of the Bulge. And I started thinking, and I remember I saw an old black and white movie, and that was about the Battle of the Bulge. So he kind of recognized it immediately with his background, and then I had to think a bit harder until I saw that it's from that movie things.
Excellent. So looking at tonight's set list, have we got some new stuff, some old stuff, and everything in between? Are we
Oh yeah.
focusing on it?
The first song is from hopefully it will be on the EP, so that's a really new one, the other side. And then there's some from Killing Time and older stuff, and the last two pieces they kind of work well live, I think. We usually
writing style as well, do you think we want to write something that would work well, or does it just happen to work well? Or do you just write what you like?
I think we never think about it when we write, but then sometimes some songs you notice when you play them live, and oh, this one works really well, and those songs linger on in the set lists.
Obviously 23 years worth of material, is it quite a struggle to put a set together?
It is.
Oh man, it's a war.
Do you have to put a vote in and...
Everyone has their own favorite.
Oh yeah.
Don't we want to help with outside interference either?
No.
We don't tell them what to play.
They never.
No wasted life.
No wasted life.
No game. Always did like the game.